Ladies and gentlemen, Rigathi Gachagua has revealed the dark moment he detected William Ruto's evil betrayal against Mount Kenya. And Rigathi Gachagua is actually thanking God for the revelation.
Ile maneno alikuwa ametupangia, Mungu ametuonekania kama jamii ya kwamba ametoa marangi zake mapema, kwa sababu kama angevumilia atujifichie tumurudishe 2027 tungepata ile shida hajaona. Kwa hivyo sisi tunaambia Mungu, tunakuabudu Mwenyezi Mungu, tunakushukuru ya kwamba Rais William Ruto alishindwa kuvumilia, akatoa makucha, akatoa rangi yake mapema, tukamjua.
And just like we predicted, the fallout between Rigathi Gachagua and William Ruto is going to be worse than the one we witnessed between Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto. And the truth of the matter is that Rigathi Gachagua is not Uhuru Kenyatta. And Rigathi Gachagua is definitely, if William Ruto is not careful, is definitely going to bring William Ruto down. Because today, the attacks, the kind of attack which Rigathi Gachagua launched against William Ruto, I'm not so sure whether William Ruto will be able to handle.
Nataka kuhakikishia nyinyi, this Mount Kenya region, God willing, Mungu akituonekania, I will lead this region into government, and a government that respects them and works for them. Na hiyo itafanyika. We have the numbers, all we need is to create unity and get the right friends. Na marafiki ni wengi sana. Na tuko na marafiki wengi. Na tutafaulu. Na tutajipanga vizuri, tusijikute pahali tuko. Todo weka maheti ya tioru. Oru na weka hata.
And because Rigathi Gachagua is a truthful man, I had to go back and pull out this particular video clip where Kanini Kega was actually talking the same story Rigathi Gachagua is telling us today.
Put them aside and make sure that we speak with one voice. Speaking in one voice does not mean that you must be in one political formation. I am here as a director of elections in Jubilee, and I'm still a member of Jubilee and a firm member of Jubilee. He is in UDA, and other people are in different formations. But when it comes to matters that touch the mountain, we must speak in one voice. I am also on record having said that His Excellency, the Deputy President, Rigathi Gachagua, also played a critical role in ensuring that I got that seat. It was not easy. I must confess, it was not easy because of the different interests that were there.
So I want you guys to listen to Rigathi Gachagua talking about that exact dark moment when William Ruto started the betrayal.
Na vile mheshimiwa Jane amesema ni kweli. Mimi nilijua rais ameanza kutupangia kama watu ya mlima siku tulikuwa na uchaguzi wa Yala. Ndio nilijua ameanza kutupangia. Sisi tukaenda pale Ikulu tuchague ile watu ambaye wataenda kusimamia Kenya kwanza katika Arusha. Kufika pale tukasikizana. Watu wetu wa Mount Kenya wakapigia mtu yake mama moja kutoka Rift Valley anaitwa Zipora Kering. Tukapiga kura tukapiga. Lakini rais ameambia watu yake kutoka Rift Valley, ikifika hii msipigie mtu ya mlima. Wakaenda wakapigia mtu mwingine ya area zingine. Saa ile kura imehesabiwa nikasikia tumepoteza. Na sisi ndio wengi katika Kenya kwanza. Sasa nikamuuliza rais, itakuwaje katika viti 5 ya Kenya kwanza katika bunge ya Yala ati mlima Kenya haitakuwa na mtu hata moja na sisi ndio tulikupatia kura 47%. Akasema so si wabunge wamepiga kura. Sasa kama watu wameamua, sasa sisi hatuwezi pidua na yeye ndiye mwenye kupanga. Ndio nikamwambia haiwezekani. Akasema wewe hapana, leta kichwa ngumu, usiende kukoroga ile maneno imepitishwa hapa na wabunge. Nikamwambia hapa umetuchenga rais. This is not right. This is being deceptive. Hawa wabunge nikawaita ofisi yangu. Nikaambia hapa rais ametuchezea na tumemchagua juzi, ameanza ukora ya kutupangia kama jamii. Ndio nikaambia wabunge muende huko bunge mupindue hiyo uchaguzi, mchague Maina Karovia. Hata hii Kanini Kega alikuwa anaitwa Kanini Koru that time. Nikamwambia hii Kanini ni Gaito. Ona koneke kama ndio mweketa. Watu wangu wa UDA walienda wakachagua Kanini Kega. Tukachaguliwa viti 2. Hapo ndio nilianza kujua huyu rais alitutumia kama jamii. Alitutumia kama jamii tumpitishe. Kufika pale akatugeuka. Ndio naona hapa hakuna barabara, hakuna maji, hakuna stima, hakuna chochote ametufanyia katika Mlima Kenya. Sasa tuko 2.5 years. Lakini mimi nashukuru Mungu sana. Mimi makosa ile kubwa ni yangu. Kwa sababu mimi ndio niliambia jamii huyu Ruto ni mtu mzuri. Watu walikuwa na wasiwasi. Wanasema si mtu anaweza kugeuka sisi kama Moi. Nikasema hapana. Hii mtu ni ako na ameokoka. Ako na Biblia. Sasa lakini hata kama mimi rais alinidanganya, si pia alidanganya mabishop na mapasta na mareverend. Sasa kama unadanganya mabishop na reverend, Rigathi Gachagua ni nani?
No, that's Rigathi Gachagua. The question is, why would Rigathi Gachagua take the country back to that moment? Because I think that must have been in November 2022. Very early. Why would he take us back to that moment? It means there's some objectives which he wants to achieve. So in this video, I want us to do a critical analysis about that particular speech by Rigathi Gachagua. Why is bringing back that past? But before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, let me go straight to the point. Why do you think Rigathi Gachagua is taking Kenyans back to November 2022 during the Yala election? Because the truth of the matter is that William Ruto had planned, had schemed to lock out the mountain. And the other truth is that the mountain voted for William Ruto to the last man. Why would Rigathi Gachagua go back to that particular moment? What is he trying to do? What is he trying to tell the mountain? For me, number one, Rigathi Gachagua is actually inciting the mountain against Ruto. He's telling the mountain that William Ruto was never honest, that William Ruto never meant well from the onset. Because let's face it, we never know other things. But this is just one of them. We are talking of November. William Ruto was sworn in, was it in October? And the first business, that was the first assignment. And he was already willing to shortchange the mountain. And if you listen to Rigathi Gachagua, it's also very clear that, you know, kind of the mountain were being denied that opportunity. Some of them were being kicked out. That can explain, in my view, the fallout. They started on a wrong footing. But Rigathi Gachagua is telling the mountain that, you see, this guy here never meant well from the start. You can say I'm bad, but that's not the case. Number two, and I think this one is going to give William Ruto serious political headache. The memory of Kanu. Rigathi Gachagua is trying to invoke the memory of Kanu era. Why would Rigathi Gachagua invoke that memory? Because if you were to tell anybody from the mountain about Kanu era, particularly the Moi era, then they shiver. The truth is, and this is the honest truth, Rigathi Gachagua worked very closely with the former president, Daniel Toroitich arap Moi. Uhuru Kenyatta was at one point a presidential candidate on Kanu ticket. Who was his personal assistant then? Rigathi Gachagua. So the fact that Rigathi Gachagua can bring back that memory of Kanu means something else. Because during Kanu era, the mountain really suffered according to them.
Mimi naona historia inajirudia. History is repeating itself. Wale watu ya rika yangu, wale over 50, wanajua wakati ya Moi. Tulikuwa na shida, Moi akaharibu uchumi, akaharibu biashara za watu wetu, akafuta watu wetu kazi, akatuangaisha. tukaanza kumkataa, ndio atuangaishe kwa sababu tumemkataa. Akatafuta kijana aunde kundi haramu ya kuja kunyanyasa akina mama. Hiyo kikundi ikaumiza wamama, ikaumiza watoto, ikaumiza wafanyabiashara, ikaletea kila mtu shida katika area hii. Sasa naona huyu rais wetu amerudia tu hapo. Ametuharibia uchumi, ametuharibia biashara, watu wamemkataa.
Their businesses were killed, you know, their people were suffered, people like Matiba, you know, they could not get promoted, you know, just that bad memory. And that is the memory. Rigathi Gachagua is now telling the Mountain that that memory is now back. That is incitement, if you are to ask me. Number 3, I'm also looking at it as part of Rigathi Gachagua's strategy to sustain the anti-William Ruto sentiment in the Mountain. The truth of the matter is that Rigathi Gachagua has successfully managed to win the support of the Mountain. But one of the questions which people have been asking is whether Rigathi Gachagua can actually sustain that narrative anti-William Ruto. Because William Ruto is also scheming. William Ruto is planning. William Ruto is making moves. We are seeing Maina Njenga being funded to actually stop Rigathi Gachagua in the Mountain, which is something which is serious. We are seeing a lot of things happening. Ruto trying to even use some people like Akorino Church and the rest. So in my view, I think Rigathi Gachagua is trying to sustain the anti-Ruto sentiments in the Mountain. Whether he's going to succeed is something I can't tell as at now. Number 4, you see, this, I've always told you that in politics we have only 2 constants. The first constant in politics is normally the interest. And the second constant in politics is normally the betrayal. What Rigathi Gachagua is trying to tell the Mountain is that there's no way I can be bad, Uhuru can be bad, and everybody can be bad, and the only person who is right is William Ruto. And that's why he's taking them back. So in his mind, I think he's also trying to, and some of these things will come back, he's trying to tell the Mountain that, you see, even Uhuru Kenyatta had his own reason of falling out with William Ruto, because it can't be that William Ruto could betray the Mountain, the people who placed him in power, just a few months after, less than a month after being sworn in office. So this guy is a betrayer. And that narrative is going to finish William Ruto in the Mountain. And lastly, Rigathi is also playing the victim card. And William Ruto is also playing into that particular trap by Rigathi Gachagua. Because Rigathi Gachagua is being attacked, the wife, of all the people, the wife being attacked in a prayer event. Fingers are being pointed at William Ruto and his government. Nothing has happened so far. Nobody has been arrested. Nobody has issued a statement, even the police, to say that, you know, Maina Njenga just went there were no chaos. People are just there like nothing happened. So Rigathi is playing that victim card. But you see, the reason why this guy kicked me out was because he tried to lock us from the East African Legislative Assembly. I had to push. I've been fighting for your rights in that government. That's why he has kicked me out. So in short, he's trying to play the victim card. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what you think, but that's my take. And interestingly, William Ruto is also now focusing his attention in the Luhya Nation. I've seen his program for the Luhya Nation, where he's going to launch some projects. I don't even think some of those projects are worth the president's time, but he'll be going to the Western nation to launch them. And William Ruto is also now focusing more on Uhuru Kenyatta. He responded to Uhuru Kenyatta. Probably, if time will allow us, we can look at that video of William Ruto responding to Uhuru Kenyatta. If not, maybe tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye. I hope you've enjoyed the video. And if you've enjoyed the video up to this stage, please, in the comments section, you just know what we normally do. Just say present. I'm going to take the next 2 hours before I sleep to respond to each and every comment with the word present. Ladies and gentlemen, you can also watch other videos, especially the one I've pinned in the comment section. Until next time, this is Makwiny. Bye-bye.